Coach?
Got rid of my podium, huh?
Well,
we broke it?
We have to get a new one for you.
Okay.
All right, opening comment, Coach.
First of all, hats off to Coach Bull and the staff and the team in Wyoming. They've got a really nice football team and they've built a nice program. But I'm really, really proud to say that today was all about our seniors and this football team, and what a way to end it. Just an incredible effort from everybody. I thought our defense was lights out. I thought we overcame some, special teams mistakes. We overcame some turnovers on both sides, and just a lot of really great play. I thought the team was really locked in and committed to fighting for this senior class. The guys that were graduating, and then I thought the seniors in the game played really well, which was just really, really fun to see. It feels so great for me to know that their last memory as a player in Spartan Stadium is a win that feels like that. So those kids, I give them credit. I've talked about it a lot with them, but they stayed the course all year. Tough situation, staff transition, new coaches, new schemes, all that stuff, but those kids kept working. They came and battled every practice. They got better, and it was just awesome to see us find a way to win today, which we had to do. So it was awesome. Let's go.
Coach,
what do you got?
Senior or not, it seemed like everybody kind of played like it was their last game. Just specifically on the defense side of the ball, Dakari, 2 picks. What else can you say about the effort given by 2 guys?
I think it's interesting. I felt like we really closed out the Colorado State game really well. I thought we really played good in that 4th quarter, and I said that to the team after the game. I said, I told them we'll beat Wyoming. I know Dakari's back there laughing at me, but I said it, right? I said we will beat Wyoming because of how you guys played in the 4th quarter. And I felt like it was just kind of a shift in our mentality where we got sick of all the, frustration and all that, and we just played, and we just cut it loose and played. And those seniors, talked to the team last night. I thought they did a good job talking about their experience here. And I think our team just wanted to send them out the right way. And so I just love that those guys get to leave here feeling the feeling they have right now.
Yes, Coach. So after Bryce's 44-yard field goal got San Jose State up 10-0, San Jose State got a kickoff out of bounds penalty after Carrizosa's short pop-up kick. What was the idea behind trying a short kick after a 10-0 lead?
Because we think that their kick returner is the best guy in the league, and so we didn't want to kick it to him. That's all.
At the end there, it was a big embrace between Maurice McKnight and Andre Chautre after you guys celebrated. What's the camaraderie between the 2 of them been like?
Well, I think that kind of goes through that whole secondary. Those guys are all really tight. I think Coach Odom and Coach Harris do a great job coaching that group. But I also think those guys came in and went through this thing together. So they've been through all the good and the bad and everything in between. And there's just a lot of history, a lot of love and respect for each other. And I think for them to battle their senior year and have it go the way it did, but then get that win and be in that moment right then was really special. It's something they'll remember for the rest of their lives.
Coach, talk about Jermaine Kelly.
I thought he was outstanding. Jermaine Kelly was just outstanding. He, I saw him make some huge plays in the kicking game. He was awesome. I don't know how many passes broken up he had, but it was more than 3, I think. And he was just everywhere, which is really great, right? Because they're playing their backup quarterback, and the more we can frustrate him, and the more we can, intercept balls. Dakari had 2 picks. The more we can do those kind of things to him, the more they don't want to throw it anymore, and the more it changes the game plan, and we can load the box. And so, that's kind of the cat and mouse game of football. But I thought Jermaine was awesome. And I'm new. I've only been here 1 year, but in my opinion, Jermaine Kelly played his best game of his life tonight, which is exactly what that's what if you're writing your own story, that's what you want it to be, right?
You talked about the feeling for the players, but how about for you to get the Gatorade bath after the game and to experience it?
Well, the Gatorade bath sucked because someone grabbed me and I opened my mouth and it nearly drowned me. No, it was cool. It was cool. I think what you learn when you go through something like this is just losing is so hard, and it's so hard on everybody. It's hard on the coaches. It's hard on our wives. It's hard on the players. It's hard on their girlfriends. It's hard on their parents, right? Because how do you explain what's happening? And this team just stuck together. That's a sign above our practice field. We stole that from Coach Tomey. Work together, stay together, and this team just stuck together. And so it was so for me, it's just awesome to see those players make the plays they needed to make at the moment they need to make them to win it. And I'm hoping that this is something that pushes us into recruiting, pushes us into the off season, pushes us into the next, just everything going forward.
You mentioned, I mean, obviously it's been a trying season so far. This one win doesn't erase the whole season, but how much do you think it helps to overcome some of that?
Well, I think it's, like Janet Jackson says, "What have you done for me lately?" I just think it's such a good feeling to end this way versus the alternative, right? Versus losing 10 in a row, right? I mean, this is just such a better option, and I think it's good for the players to see, like, no, if we do the right things, if we protect the football, if we create turnovers, if we run the football, if we do all the little things, we have plenty enough talent in the room to win games, and we just execute at that level. Win a fourth quarter. We hadn't won a fourth quarter all year. So it's just all those things kind of coming together make it fun.
Coach, Frank Ginda just again added on to his already historic season. I mean, can you just, now the season's over, can you just describe the type of year that he's had for you this year?
I think it's just incredible, and I think I've talked about it a lot with Frank, but he's so serious about his process, and he takes practice really serious. And there's been days on a Sunday where I've seen him in the training room and he's really beat up and limping, but he still finds a way to practice, and he understands how important it is to have good practice and then play well in the game. And he's really mature about his process. And I think he's been outstanding all year, finishing plays, which is hard to do against some of the people we play against, because everybody's good with the ball in their hand in space. And his combination of physicality and ability to finish has been outstanding. He's been a great leader. I think everybody loves him.
And it seems that in the second half, the offensive play calling appeared to emphasize running and ball control. Was that a reaction to Montel's 2 turnovers in the first half? What was the intention?
No, it wasn't. I think we were just trying to mix it up a little bit, and they started to give us some different coverage looks that gave us an even box count where we thought we could run the ball, and so that's kind of why it went that way. Obviously, when we got into the fourth quarter, then that mentality did shift, right? We got into the fourth quarter, that mentality shifted a little bit towards playing a little ball control, finding a way to win the game. And so we were able to put that on our running back and put it on our veteran offensive lineman. I know we got a freshman starting there, but the rest of the guys have played football here. So it gave us a chance to put it on Keone and Nate Velichko and Chris Gonzalez, right?
One more question for Coach Brennan. All right, Andrew.
So, Coach, your reaction to Chauncey being ejected after a replay review found he targeted that Wyoming player?
That's the reason we have replay. I'm sure they got it right.
Coach,
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Okay, well, first player up will be Dakari Monroe. 2 interceptions, first San Jose State player this season, only San Jose State player this season with 2 interceptions in a game. Good. Martini, you have first question for Dakari.
Yeah. So obviously you've had a chance to play with Andre Chauncey over the years. Being that it was his last game, just what will you remember about being his teammate? I mean, did he help you at all? Was he helpful?
Andre was very helpful in my process here. I mean, as soon as I came here as a freshman, we kind of just bonded, and we've been really good friends ever since. And I'm just gonna remember the energy and he's a really funny guy. So I remember all the laughs with him and stuff like that. So yeah.
Go ahead, Andrew.
Yes, Dakari. So looking at final score today, it was 20-17. It turned out that your 2 interceptions were quite a big difference maker. What was going through your mind as you got both of your picks today?
Just trying to do my assignment and, making the play within the defense. It's really not going out of the defense. It's really just trying to make my own plays and my own frame of my position. And you got to credit the defensive line getting a push, forcing, erratic throws. And so, yeah.
In terms of also just making your own plays, how does that fit into just the idea you won for your seniors today? Just your thoughts on that.
I mean, that's huge. I could credit all my success to them. Jermaine and, like I said before, Andre has helped me so much tremendously as soon as they got here. So, they've been a big credit to me. So it feels great to send them out with the win.
Let's raise your hand if you have a question. Harold?
Was there any kind of lift pregame when you knew you weren't going to have to face Josh Allen, you get the backup and stuff?
No.
Anyone else? Any other questions for Dakari? All right, great. Thanks, Dakari. Dakari. Okay, this is going to be the one senior representing the 12 seniors on the team. Jermaine Kelly. Maybe Jermaine, why don't you maybe open it up with a comment about speaking for your seniors.
Man, it's been a ride. Obviously, our record doesn't really simulate how we feel about our team, but you know, I love these guys. They give it their all. I'm gonna miss everybody. I really thought our front played extremely well. Our linebackers, they were outstanding the whole game. Frank Genda, Willow Side, man, they were running to the ball. I just saw everybody wanting this victory. So, and it really carried over, and I'm proud of these guys, man. And it was a great way to send us out, including myself.
Okay, questions for Jermaine? Harold?
Can you just describe the difference between going out with a win as opposed to the alternative and being on the losing streak?
I mean, it really just sets the tone for the young guys and for next year. I guess it really didn't matter to us, but morally it did. We really wanted this win just to show everybody that we haven't given up on ourselves, on our coaches, and that we're still here to fight, no matter what.
Seems like the last couple of weeks, and last week you faced Colorado State, faced one of the best receivers in the country, stopped them for most of the game. This week, you had phenomenal plays throughout. As a player, how does it feel just these last two games? I mean, doing all you can for your team.
I just wanted to show Coach Brennan and the staff that they needed that leader. They needed that person to help guide everybody into, just because our record is bad doesn't mean you give up. I don't believe in giving up. So I told everybody, I told Coach Brennan that, we're going to give it our all every week, no matter the score. No matter the score, ignore the score, and just keep playing. So I'm glad Coach Brennan put his trust in me. I'm glad the team put their trust in me, and I'm glad we all came together.
Martine?
You mentioned, obviously, the season didn't go the way that you guys had wanted, but going forward, I mean, you being a senior and just looking back at it, do you see, what are some of the signs that you see that you think maybe next season, years going on, they're on the right path to kind of, turning things around?
The fight in the fourth quarter. I feel like we lacked that all year. But today, I saw the spark and I saw the finish, and I can't wait to see what they do next year.
Any other questions for Jermaine? Thanks very much, Jermaine. Okay, next will be Montel Aaron. Hey, Montel, I'm going to let you start with a comment about your thoughts today.
Being out there with the team for the last game of the season, being able to send the seniors off with a win is big. That's all we preached all week. Just pretty much dialed in, focused in all week, and do it for the seniors. Know that they're not going to get another run at this like most of us are. So just being able to send them out with a victory is definitely a big plus on the season.
It looked like that touchdown run you had kind of turned to hand it off, and so was that kind of a busted play, or was that the plan all along?
Yeah, it was a busted play. We didn't run a whole bunch of pistol this year. We tried to throw it in, just give them a new look, and it was a little tricky with some of the sides that the halfback should have been on, but we didn't collapse. We just carried out the play, and it ended up working out for us.
Martine?
Looking back on, your season overall, just what are some of the things going into next season that you're going to look to just work on the off season?
I would say my leadership, just rallying the team behind me, making them feel like they can depend on me and know that I'm always going to have their back. Just the knowledge of the game, it just moves really fast, especially being a redshirt freshman. I think with this year under my belt, things will be moving a little bit slower next year, and I'll be able to recognize a little bit more defenses. But really this offseason, I'm going to work on my leadership skills and really get this team ready for next year.
Andrew.
Talk about how you overcame that interception during the first quarter with San Jose State of 7-0 and the offense at the 31-yard line on third down. How did you not let it get inside your head too much?
Interceptions are part of the game. As a quarterback, you obviously don't want them to happen, but you do have to just acknowledge the fact that it is part of the game. And like you said, it was the first quarter. We were up 7-0, so I knew we had a lot of game to play, and we still had the lead. So I had to let the team know that we were still headed in the right direction.
So what can you say about just your defense in general?
When you have a defense that plays like that, I mean, you really have no excuses to win. I mean, to lose. They just shut everything down. Everything that we made an emphasis this week to focus on, they did it. And as an offense, you just got to tip your hat off to them and really congratulate them at the end of the game because they're a huge contribution to the W that we had tonight.
Any other questions? Montel? Talk a little about that touchdown by Packer at the end. What was that feeling for your offense and running down there and celebrating with them?
I knew the feeling was going to be tough because I knew that we were going to get super hyped, but I also had a feeling that people were going to start thinking the game was over. And there was still 2 minutes left. They ended up scoring another touchdown. Luckily, they had no more timeouts. But when I seen him take off through that hole, it just released off your shoulders. Just knowing that we just added some more points to our lead is definitely a good feeling, especially towards the end of a close game like that.
Do you have any other questions? All right, Montel.
Thank you guys. Have a good one.
John Packer is on his way. Get it. Okay, we're going to finish up with Dijon Packer. So today, a season high 75 yards. No yards lost in rushing. Martine?
Can you just talk about that big run you had at the end, that 44-yard touchdown run? I mean, looking at the sideline, everyone was going crazy. What were you feeling in that moment?
Man, my number one thought process was really just, number one, taking care of the ball, just making sure that we had the ball at the end of the play. That was my number one priority. And just making sure I made the right read, and my O-line and my receivers just did a great job and just made that hole easy for me. And once I seen it, just gave my all just to make sure that we can get out of that game with a win.
Anybody else have a question for Dijon? Go ahead, Andrew.
Yes, Dijon, it appears that you were a little under the radar and then suddenly rose up to getting a prominent role as running back. What was the recruitment process like coming to San Jose State from SJCC?
It was a little tough, being that all that San Jose City, I didn't get really too much. I wasn't really a big recruit coming out, but just family and friends just kept me motivated, and just the confidence in myself that I knew I could play at a level like this. So really, it was just having the confidence in myself and just coming here and knowing that I could compete here at this level. It was just I just didn't want to stop playing. So with the recruitment process, I just wanted to keep going. So I decided to come here and just walk on and just do my best, give it my best.
Since these guys are waiting. Harold?
I mean, it's obviously been a tough season overall for you. What can this win mean for you guys going forward?
It's really big to finish off the season like this, especially to send our seniors off with the win. This is the best way we could have ended it. And just going into winter workouts and spring ball, this is just going to be a great motivator for us ending the season with a win like this, and just working on next season, coming out strong and turning this record around.
Go ahead, Martine.
Obviously, with Coach Brennan, he's a guy with an offensive background. Having a whole off season going into next season, do you see the signs that are there to hopefully next season have an improved, just offensive numbers across the board?
Oh yes, definitely. With all our coaches, I think they're all great. So I feel like just having the chemistry that we're going to build over these next couple months in off season, I feel like it's going to go nowhere but up with our offense. I feel like we're going to just be able to have a better chemistry just building over these next couple months.
All right, I'm going to give you a question, and then there might be one more, and then be it. What role did Coach Carter have in your progress this year?
Coach Carter, he really helped me. He's a great motivator, great coach. Have a lot of respect for him. He really helped me, kept me motivated, kept me wanting to work every day. He just brings great energy and just gives us all just that passion just to go out and play our best.
One more question for Dijon, if any. Go ahead, Kaveen.
Talk about the mood in the locker room at the end there. And I heard you guys celebrating, but that feeling that you guys have in there.
Man, it was a great feeling. We haven't been able to do that in a while, so just being able to do that again, it was just something that we've been thinking about trying to accomplish for a while now, and just to be able to end the season that way, it couldn't have went no better. Just being able to celebrate with all the seniors, just being able to send them off the right way that they should have. It was really just best feeling, something that I won't forget.
Dijon, thanks very much.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Okay.